The evening sky was heavy with fading orange and purple when Zoya finally spoke. Her voice trembled as she looked at Areeb, her eyes restless, her hands twisting nervously at the edge of her scarf. Zoya, Areeb, for days now, some boys have been following me. They block my way, they say things. I feel unsafe. Areeb's heart tightened as he listened. He leaned forward, his tone firm yet gentle, trying to calm the storm inside her. Areeb, Zoya, you're not alone. As long as I'm alive, no one will touch you. She wanted to believe him, but fear had already planted itself deep inside her. His words were strong, but promises are fragile when darkness waits outside. That night, Zoya was alone at home. The silence pressed against her ears, broken only by the ticking of the wall clock. She tried to distract herself with a book, but every page blurred into the faces of those boys, their laughter, their eyes, their threats. She closed the book and whispered a prayer, her voice shaking. Zoya, to herself, God, please keep me safe. Then came the sound, footsteps outside, low whispers, the creak of the gate. Her heart raced, her breath caught in her throat. She moved toward the window, and there they were, shadows shifting, knives glinting under the dim bulb. Zoya, terrified, no, not tonight. The door rattled, the lock gave way, and the boys stepped inside, their faces twisted with cruelty. Zoya backed away, her body trembling, her mind screaming for help. And then like lightning Areeb appeared, his eyes burning with fury. Areeb, stay back, Zoya. He pushed her behind him. The knife that was meant for her pierced into Areeb's body. Zoya, screaming, Areeb? No. His shirt darkened with blood, his knees buckled, but his arms still shielded her. The boys fled, startled by the sudden violence, leaving behind the echo of their cruelty. Zoya knelt beside him, her hands shaking as she tried to stop the bleeding, her tears falling onto his face. Zoya, don't leave me, please don't leave me. His eyes fluttered, his lips moved faintly, but no words came. Sirens wailed as the ambulance tore through the streets. Zoya sat beside Areeb, clutching his hand, her tears falling freely. Zoya, crying, please, please save him. Take me instead, but save Areeb. The hospital was chaos. Doctors rushed, nurses shouted, machines beeped. Areeb was wheeled into the emergency room, his face pale, his body trembling. Zoya sat outside, her scarf soaked with tears. Hours stretched into centuries. Every time the door opened, her heart stopped. Finally, she was allowed inside. Areeb lay unconscious, tubes attached, machines keeping him alive. Zoya sat beside him, whispering softly, her voice breaking with every word. Zoya, do you remember the rain that night? You waited outside just to see me home. Do you remember the way you laughed when I dropped my books? You promised me safety, Areeb. You can't break that promise now. Please come back to me. Her healing was not medicine, it was love. Days passed. The wound healed slowly, but Areeb's spirit was lifted by Zoya's presence. She brought him food, read him poetry, and sometimes just sat in silence, her eyes speaking louder than words. At night, when he couldn't sleep, she would hum softly, her voice trembling but full of love. One morning, sunlight poured through the hospital window. Areeb opened his eyes fully, his lips curling into a weak smile. Areeb, weakly smiling, you saved me. Not the doctors, not the medicine. You. Zoya, tears falling, no, Areeb. You saved me first. I only gave back what you gave me. But recovery was not simple. There were nights when Areeb cried silently, his body aching, his mind replaying the moment of the knife. Zoya would find him staring at the ceiling, his eyes hollow, his soul heavy. Zoya, you are still here. That's all that matters. She would sometimes trace the scar with her fingers, her eyes filling with tears, as if touching it meant touching the moment she almost lost him. Months later, under the same fading orange sky, Zoya looked at Areeb's scar. Her voice trembled as she spoke. Zoya, this mark, it isn't just your pain. It's the greatest gift of my life. You risked everything to save me. Areeb, Zoya, if time came back again, I would do the same. You are my prayer, my soul. Saving you is the purpose of my life. And yet, even in their happiness, sadness lingered. Zoya often woke at night, remembering the sound of the knife, the scream that had torn from her throat, the sight of Areeb collapsing. She would press her face into her pillow, whispering his name, her tears soaking the fabric. Areeb, too, carried the weight. He would sometimes touch the scar absent-mindedly, his eyes distant, as if reliving the moment. They had survived, but survival had its own sorrow. Their story was not just of courage and sacrifice, but of the sadness that comes when love is tested by pain. They walked together, hand in hand, carrying both the joy of survival and the grief of what almost was lost. And in that balance, their love became something deeper, something unbreakable, something forever etched in shadows and light.